Welcome to the 2016 Ironman Australia Port Macquarie Athlete Race Briefing. Further to this race briefing, athletes are required to read the Athlete Information Guide, which contains additional information to ensure you have a great day. This is available online to view and print at www.ironmanaustralia.com. If you have any further questions after reviewing the available information, please see the team located at the information desk. The race director will provide his last race update at the end of the Friday night function. It is strongly recommended you attend to have the most up-to-date information prior to the race. Please make sure you've taken the time to check your athlete race kit for all the items you'll need this weekend. These are listed here. Your athlete wristband is your form of ID right across the event. You'll need to wear this across the whole event. It will provide access into athlete-only areas. Please ensure you keep your athlete wristband until the Monday night awards function, as this is your ticket into the event. Bike, helmet and gear bag check-in is on Saturday, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. This takes place at Transition, located at Westport Park. Make sure you've attached all the appropriate stickers prior to entering Transition. You do not want to mix up your belongings with others. Upon entering Transition, your bike and helmet will be visually inspected by the technical officials to ensure they meet safety standards. To save time, please wear your helmet to bike check-in. It's then compulsory that all helmets are placed in the blue bike bag. Should they not pass the inspection, you'll be asked to rectify any issues prior to racking your bike. The exhibitors and bike mechanics will be available during this period to assist you as required. Once you've passed inspection, your bike will be photographed by finishers' picks and your race number will be checked in. After this, you'll be free to progress into Transition. The bike racks are individually numbered. Please ensure that you rack your bike at your assigned position by the handlebars. No bike bags or covers are allowed on your bikes overnight. These will be removed as there are danger in high winds to neighbouring bikes. Please also ensure not to leave any items at the base of your bike. Instead, place these in either your blue bike, red run, special needs or black street gear bag, depending on when you want to access them. When exiting or entering Transition with a bike, your wristband and bike sticker will be cross-checked to match by event personnel. If the athlete numbers match, you'll be able to continue into or out of Transition. If they do not match, you'll be directed to the Transition manager who'll address any potential issue. You must check in your numbered blue bike and red run bag provided during Saturday bike check-in. No other bags will be accepted. The blue bike bag should contain all the gear you require for Transition 1, from swim to bike and everything you need for the bike course. You'll need to hang this on the individually allocated T1 numbered hooks at the Transition change tent located at Westport Park. Your helmet must be checked in with your bike and you are required to leave your helmet in your blue bike bag overnight. Helmets will not be allowed to be removed prior to collecting your bike gear bag during Transition 1. On Saturday, bike shoes may be placed in your blue bike bag or clipped to your bike. Alternatively, they can be brought into Transition on Sunday morning and clipped to your bike. Your race number bib is optional on the bike course. The red run bag should contain all the gear you require for Transition 2 from bike to run and everything you'll need for the run course. You'll be required to drop the run bag into the numbered bins allocated within the change tent in Transition. Your race number bib is compulsory on the run course. You'll not have access to either of these bags on race morning, so please make sure you are thorough when packing for Saturday bike check-in. Please make sure you're aware of the flow of each transition. There will be 4 transition tours held on Saturday to familiarise athletes with the area and allow for any questions or queries around transition. Transition tours will be held at 12 p.m, 1 p.m, 2 p.m and 3 p.m. To attend these tours, please meet at the entry into Transition and await your Transition tour guide. They will announce themselves prior to the start. Transition opens at 4:30 a.m. on race day for any last-minute preparations. You'll be able to bring nutrition and bike shoes to Transition race morning, but these must be left on your bike. You'll not have access to your gear bags on race morning. You will be able to bring in your bike pump on race morning, however you must drop this at the bike pump drop inside transition or with you when you exit and drop to loved ones. Please ensure they are adequately labelled. Bike mechanics will also be available during this period. They'll be located at the bike exit entry arch and will have resources for basic emergency services only. You can drop off your special needs bags at this time to the special needs vehicles located inside transition on race morning. Special needs bags should only contain items that are not of actual or sentimental value. Any uncollected special needs bags will be discarded at the end of the bike and gear bag collection on Monday. Your black street gear bag will need to be dropped at the street gear bag drop located at swim start on race morning. It will be then transported to the finish line precinct in the recovery area, ready for when you finish. You must use the black street gear bag provided. Please remember, transition closes at 6 a.m. The swim is a 3.8-kilometre one-lap course undertaken in an anti-clockwise direction, with the start located at the Food for Less car park boat ramp. Competitors will head northwest up the Hastings River for approximately 1 kilometre before turning left into the canal. From here, they'll proceed over the weir via scaffold and head to the turnaround point before returning and crossing back over the weir. Upon re-entering the main channel, swimmers will turn right and head southeast towards the swim exit located at Westport Park car park. Swim entry and exit will be marked with white inflatable M. buoys, with turn buoys marked in pink and sighting buoys in orange. Please ensure you allow time for the walk from transition to the swim start. It is compulsory for athletes to enter under the inflatable swim start arch in order to activate their timing chip. The pro races will commence at 6:25 a.m. for the males and 6:27 a.m. for the females. Age group athletes will be a rolling start at 6:38 a.m. to 7 a.m. All starts will be signalled via an air horn. Please listen to commentary on the morning for all directions. Athletes will not be offered a practice swim, as a safe entry cannot be provided via the Short Street boat ramp. The onshore pre-swim start area will be divided into starting zones or corrals based on an athlete's predicted swim time for the 3.8-kilometre course. There are 4 swim zone canals excluding pro athletes. Under 1 hour, 1 hour to 1:06, 1:07 hours to 1:12, 1:13 hours to 2 hours 20. Athletes will seat themselves into these zones based on predicted swim times. You've provided this information at athlete check-in. Groups will commence a rolling start based on these zones, with fastest athletes on course first. Athlete timing chips will activate once they cross designated swim start timing mats at the entry ramp to the swim course. If you decide to withdraw at any time after you've crossed the start mats, you must notify an event official so we can account for your safety. It is then the athlete's responsibility to return their timing chip to the dropout clerk located at one of the information tents. Swim water safety is provided by Surf Lifesaving New South Wales. If at any time you or another athlete needs assistance, raise one arm above your head and they'll come to your aid. Please follow all directions given by water safety personnel. Water safety will use whistles to attract your attention. Should you hear whistles at any times, please stop swimming immediately and follow their directions. The time limit for the swim leg is 2 hours and 20 minutes. The swim course cutoff time is 9:20 a.m. based on the race start time. Any athlete who has not completed the course by this cutoff time will not be able to continue. Please note there are additional cutoff times for this leg of the course listed within the Athlete Information Guide available online. The bike course is a 90-kilometre clockwise 2-lap course that heads south from Port Macquarie and takes in the amazing coastal scenery on Pacific and Ocean drives to Camden Haven and returns to Port Macquarie. Competitors head out of transition onto Park Street before turning left onto Buller Street, left onto Short Street, and then right onto Clarence Street. The course continues left onto Stewart Street before you veer left onto William Street, Pacific Drive. From Pacific Drive, you'll turn left onto Lighthouse Road, right onto Davis Crescent, and then left again onto Matthew Flinders Drive. At the Emerald Drive roundabout, competitors turn left onto Ocean Drive and head south through Lake Cat-Eye and Bonnie Hills towards the Camden Haven. Athletes turn right at the roundabout in North Haven, cross the Stingray Bridge, and then turn left into Lake Street, Laurieton. The course then doglegs right onto Laurie Street and left onto Bold Street before crossing the bridge and heading left again onto the boulevard towards Dunbogan. The road becomes the Camden Head Road, and you'll continue along this to the first turnaround point at the intersection with Begalia Crescent. Continuing back through Dunbogan, competitors will head back towards the bridge where you'll turn left onto Diamond Head Road. The southern turnaround point is located where the bitumen ends. After this turnaround, you'll head north and return along the same course back into Port Macquarie. The first lap turnaround point is located at the Horton Horseshoe, and on your second lap, you'll continue straight to return to transition at Westport Park. Bike mechanics will be located at the Sport and Lifestyle Expo on Thursday and Friday at Town Green. On Saturday, bike mechanics will be located at the entry to transition at Westport Park. The Shimano bike mechanics will only carry tools, spare tubes and bike pumps for the athletes to repair their own bike. They will not have spare wheels available for any athletes. SAG wagons will be roaming the course to collect any cyclists that cannot complete the event. Collected cyclists will be transported back to transition. If you do drop out on the bike course, you'll need to visit the dropout clerks at one of the information tents to hand in your timing chip. On course, there'll be marshals, technical officials, bike mechanics, aid stations and event staff all there to support you. If you have any problems on course, simply let any of our on-course support team know that you require assistance. Please do not move from your location once you've requested assistance, otherwise we may struggle to locate you. The bike course has 6 aid stations located approximately 20 kilometres apart from each other. A list of what is on offer at each aid station is listed here, as well as within the Athlete Information Guide. Special needs bags will be available at Rocky Beach Car Park near Hill Street, outbound at approximately 94 kilometres. If you require your special needs bag, you'll need to yell out your number as you approach the station so the volunteers can have your bag ready for you on arrival. Please slow down or come to a complete stop off course when accessing your bag. Be aware of those around you during this period. This is the sequence of the bike aid stations. Please read the signage and communicate with the volunteers re your requirements. Athletes must slow down and maintain a consistent speed when entering aid stations. If you do not require any product from a bike aid station, please stay to the right of the roadway. If you need to stop, please pull off the road. Communicate loud and clearly re your requirements. Volunteers are there to support you, not serve you. Bin disposal start and bin disposal end signs are provided to define the rubbish and bin and discard zone within an aid station. Discarding of items outside of this zone will result in a penalty. Roads cannot be reopened until the course is clear of all rubbish. Please help by sticking to the rules and discarding only at each aid station area as marked. Please be focused and considerate at all times through the aid stations. The safety of yourself, other athletes and volunteers should be your priority. Our volunteers will do their best to deliver what you require, but it's your responsibility to slow down and ensure you have the correct nutrition. Please take the time to read the bike course regulations on the screen to help you avoid a potential penalty. For more information, see a technical official pre-race or view the detailed IRONMAN race competition rules on our website. This is a non-drafting event, meaning unless overtaking, 12 metres must be kept between yourself and the bike in front at all times. The 12 metres is measured from the front wheel leading edge of the lead athlete to front wheel leading edge of the tailing athlete. When passing, you must complete your pass within 25 seconds. Be making forward progress at all times. Complete any started attempt at a pass. After being passed, drop back 12 metres and not re-attempt the pass until you are 12 metres back. If you do receive a penalty, the officials will show you a blue, yellow or red card and advise you of your infringement. Tell you to stop at the next penalty tent if applicable. Note your athlete number and other information. There are 2 penalty boxes on course. The first is located on Lake Street inbound after making the turn off Bold Street in Laurieton onto Lake Street, it's approximately 500 metres past the Laurieton United Service Club. The second is located prior to the bike turnaround at Stewart Street on top of Observatory Hill. The time limit for the bike leg is 10 hours and 30 minutes from the race start time. The bike course cut-off time is 5:30 p.m. Any athlete who has not completed the course by 5:30 p.m. will not be able to continue. There will be intermediate cut-off points on the course. The run course is an anti-clockwise 4-lap course. Runners exit transition and head east following the path over the Buller Street footbridge and turn left through the Short Street car park. From here you'll follow the coastline around past the finish line before heading east onto Sunset Parade. At the base of Murray Street, you'll cut through a rough path bringing you out onto Munster Street, which you'll continue on before turning left onto Clarence Street. This will follow beside the bike course onto Stewart Street before you turn left into Town Green Park and head towards the Port Macquarie breakwall. This will take you past Town Green and towards Transition. Continuing past Transition, you'll run onto Park Street via the Hastings Marina car park. The course continues along Park Street towards the turnaround point towards the end of Settlement Point Road past Stevens Street. From this point, you'll head back towards Transition. Before you reach Transition is the lap band collection point at the Food for Less car park. After you've completed your 4th lap at this point, you'll continue along the course before turning into the finish line at Town Green. It is highly advisable that athletes take the time to travel the course pre-race and refer to the course route notes and map provided in the Athlete Information Guide. It is the athlete's responsibility to know the course. The lap band collection area will be marked with overhead signs for each lap. Athletes are to run through the chute of the lap they completed in order to receive the corresponding lap band. Upon collection of 4 different colour lap bands, athletes will be allowed to enter the finish chute, which is located at Town Green. It is the athlete's responsibility to ensure they've received the 4 coloured wristbands in order to proceed down the finish chute. The run course will have distance markers every 2 kilometres. There'll also be traffic cones delineating the middle of the course, which athletes should keep on their left at all times. Volunteers and directional signage will be positioned at key decision-making points along the course to assist with navigation. SAG wagons will be roaming the course to collect any runners that cannot complete the event. Collected runners will be transported back to Transition. If you do drop out on the run course, you'll need to visit the dropout clerks at one of the information tents to hand in your timing chip. On course, there'll be marshals, technical officials, aid stations and event staff all there to support you. If you have any problems on course, simply let any of our on-course support team know that you require assistance. Please do not move from your location once you've requested assistance, otherwise we may struggle to locate you. There are 4 aid stations on the run course. They're located within 2 kilometres of each other. A list of what is on offer at each aid station is listed here, as well as within the Athlete Information Guide. Special needs bags will be available at the corner of Stewart and William Street, outbound at 2.5 kilometre mark. If you require your special needs bag, you'll need to yell out your number as you approach the station so the volunteers can have your bag ready for you on arrival. Take extra care around this area and look out for others. Glow sticks will be issued to you at aid stations for any athletes that will be running after dark. Athletes must take particular care at this time in the race. For safety reasons, it will be compulsory for athletes to wear these glow sticks once allocated. This is the sequence of the run aid stations. Please read the signage and communicate with the volunteers re your requirements. Athletes must slow down and maintain a consistent speed when entering aid stations. If you do not require any product from a run aid station, please stay to the left of the roadway. If you need to stop, please pull off the roadway. Communicate loud and clearly re your requirements. Volunteers are there to support you, not serve you. Litter zone start and litter zone finish signs are provided to define the rubbish discard zone within an aid station. Outside of this zone, athletes will be penalised. Roads cannot be reopened until the course is clear of all rubbish, so please help by sticking to the rules and discarding only at each aid station area as marked and in the bins provided. Please be focused and considerate at all times through the aid stations. The safety of yourself, other athletes and volunteers should be your priority. Our volunteers will do their best to deliver what you require, but it's your responsibility to slow down and ensure you have the correct nutrition. Please take time to know and understand the run course regulations. If you have any more questions regarding these rules, please speak with a technical official, visit our information desk, or view the race competition rules on our website. If an athlete is shown a yellow card, they may be directed by the technical official to perform a stop-start penalty. The run course closes at 12 a.m. with intermediate time cutoffs in place as listed within the athlete information guide available online. Any athletes who are not going to make this time frame will not be able to continue. The race is conducted under the Triathlon Australia TA race competition rules and a number of special Ironman rules. It operates under the 3 strikes and you're out principle. Any and all infringements across the event count towards your 3 strikes. In other words, any combination of 3 rule infringements will result in disqualification. If you receive a red card from a technical official, you must report to the race referee once you've completed your race. Please refer to the Athlete Information Guide on the event website for more information. Pre-race and public first aid is available at both information tents. An experienced medical team will be in place at the event, with medical personnel positioned at the swim start exit, transition, roaming on the cycle and run courses, as well as a full medical tent setup and team at the finish line and a smaller setup at transition. There'll also be ambulances allocated to the event at all times. During the race, please ensure you look after yourself and your fellow athletes. If in any doubt, ask for help from an event official or volunteer on course. Please make sure you provided the staff a check-in with your most up-to-date medical and emergency contact information. The medical team can assist with rehydration, warming or cooling and other basic care. Any athletes requiring further treatment will be transported to hospital. If you find yourself in this situation, your gear will be cared for until you return. Please inquire at the information tent when you return or phone Ironman directly. To help out the medical team, please make sure you're taking appropriate care of yourself. Completing an Ironman is a special experience. Crossing the finish line is the pinnacle. Here's a hot tip. Make yourself photo ready. In accordance with Ironman rules, family or friends, including children, are not permitted in the finish chute or finish area. Please make sure your loved ones are aware of this rule, as you will be disqualified if this rule is not adhered to. This rule is enforced to reduce the risk of an athlete unintentionally harming themselves, other athletes, or their loved ones. It's also important to respect other finishers and their experience. Ironman hopes everybody makes the most of their time in the spotlight. Once you cross the finish line, there'll be a range of services to aid your recovery. These include finish line catchers who'll meet and support you once you've finished, escorting you through to the secured recovery area. These volunteers will present you with your finisher's medal and towel and remove your timing chip. Please endeavour not to exit the recovery area with your timing chip still on. Throughout this time, the catchers will briefly assess you and take you to medical if required. Please communicate to them if you feel any discomfort whatsoever. The recovery area will offer drinks, fruit, as well as hot and cold food. There'll also be a full team of massage therapists available for a short complimentary massage. Your finisher shirts will be available for collection prior to exiting. Please note you'll need to show your race number or ID wristband in combination with your medal to collect your finisher shirt. There is a change tent available if required. Event staff and volunteers are within the post-finish area at all times. Please advise if you require assistance, as they're here to help and celebrate your achievement. Your Athlete Street gear bag will be available for collection after the race in the recovery area. Bike and gear bag checkout will run from approximately 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. on race day. Alternatively, all blue bike, red run and special needs bags will be available for collection at transition from 8:30 a.m. until 11 a.m. on Monday. After this time, the transition area will become unsecure, so it's your responsibility to collect during this time. Please ensure you're still wearing your athlete wristband, as staff will check this number against your bike and bags as you exit transition. If you do not have your wristbands, we'll not be able to return your items without further proof of ID. You've endured or enjoyed months of training and you've just completed an Ironman. Now, what happens? The action continues on Monday with the 2017 registrations open from 8 a.m. till 11 a.m. at the Glass House, Clarence Street. Then from 11 a.m, the Ironman World Championship roll-down ceremony offering 55 age group qualifying slots for the 2016 Ironman World Championship in Kailua Kona, Hawaii is on within the Glasshouse Theatre. Qualified athletes are required to claim their slots in person. Please make sure you have all the required information available for registration, and remember, slots must be paid for at the ceremony. For further details, please visit the event website. Last but not least, on Monday evening, the official awards night at the Functions Marquee Westport Park commences at 6 p.m. This will be followed by the traditional after-party at Panthers, Port Macquarie, where athletes are encouraged to let their hair down and celebrate their achievements. The 2016 Ironman Australia requires the support of over 1,000 volunteers in order to deliver the event. Our team of volunteers at the event will contribute a combined total of around 10,000 hours to assist, support and motivate you from the start to the finish of your Ironman journey. We encourage you to say thank you to the volunteers whenever possible, for without the volunteers, we simply would not be able to run any Ironman events. This is the end of the athlete video briefing. As advised at the start of this video, you can obtain further information from visiting our information tents if required. On behalf of the Ironman Australia team, good luck on race day. We wish you all the best in becoming an Ironman and look forward to seeing you at the finish line.